completed section 2 and 3 of The Wind on the Haunted Hill. We'll quickly recap the prose. Then we'll answer the questions asked in the chapter. Then towards the end, we are going to have multiple choice questions from this story. Okay, shall we quickly recap the story in the form of a mind map? Okay, we'll recap it in the form of a mind map. A Wind on the Haunted Hill. So in this story, when it started, we get to know about the tall pines, pine marangal. அப்புறம் the clothes that these children are making dry are fluttering like flags. They are fluttering like flags. Sorry, this is not a fluttering like flags. Always there was wind to be found in this area. So what are all the trees that we get to know that was there? They were teak and deodar trees. And throughout the story, we get to know that there was a terrible storm. கடுமையான ஒரு புயல் இருந்ததா நமக்கு தெரிய வருது இல்லையா? So in one mark question, we'll be asked what are all the trees that is spoken in this story. So teak and deodars to be remembered. So they were tall pines as well. So Usha's younger brother is Suresh and her friend name is Binia. So she wishes to go to the bazaar. So one moment. Usha, she goes to bazaar and purchases few things as she wished for. What are all the things that she purchases? Spices, matchboxes. Yes, spices, matchboxes. Then marbles. Excellent. Exercise book. Exercise book. These are all the various things that she purchases in the bazaar. Exercise book for her brother. Then spices, sugar, correct. Sugar, sakara vaங்குறாங்க. She purchases spices as well. Marbles, good. Getting answers one after the other. Nice. So, after she purchases these things, she returns back home. Also, she goes to her aunt's house to take tea. Why she goes to her aunt's house? To collect back her mother's slipper, which she had given over there to get it repaired. Right? So while returning home from the bazaar, what happened? She touched a furry cat and she gave a loud cry. Throughout the way, there were heavy pellets of rain and the thunder and lightning. It boomed one after the other. ஒன்றுக்கு அடுத்து ஒன்று மின்னலும் இடியுமாவே இருந்தது அந்த வழி முழுக்க. So what she did, where she took shelter, she shelters in a ruined building. ஒரு பாழடைந்த ஒரு கட்டடத்துல வந்து தஞ்சம் அடைகிறாங்க. So when she is in this ruined building, she finds it's very tough. There is no light as such. So the lightning that comes on and off gives her the brightness. So Usha, she sees shadow of something that looks like ghost. ஏதோ ஒரு உருவத்தை பாக்குறாங்க. அதை பார்த்தா பேய் போல ஒரு தோற்றம் அளிக்குது. ஆனா அது கடைசியில பார்த்தோம்னா அது வேற யாரும் கிடையாது, தன்னுடைய பிரதரான சுரேஷும் ஃப்ரெண்ட் ஆன பினியா இவளை தேடி வந்திருக்காங்க. So they have come in search of her. It's long time since that she went out. She hasn't returned back. So recognize recognize them as Suresh and Vinya. Sorry. So with this, the story comes to an end. So all the important things happenings in the story is being mentioned. So this is the first one that we saw. Clothes fluttered like flags. Okay, kindly ignore this clothes fluttered like flags. While returning home from bazaar, what happened? She touches a furry cat and she gave a loud cry. So her journey was throughout her journey, there were heavy spells of rain, thunder, lightning. They came one after the another. Then finally, she shelters in the ruined building. She sees shadow of something that looks like ghost. It's not ghost. It's none other than her brother Suresh and her friend Binya. Okay. Shall we see the answers for the questions that is asked in the textbook? We'll answer them. Okay. Until then, you can make note of this mind map if you find it interesting. Questions have started. Hearing, you need to choose the right answer. The wind hurried and passed through pines and deodars, berries and cherries, apples and mangoes. When I started the session with the mind map, I would have told it. You need to remember it as well. What were the trees that was mentioned in this story? Yes, it is pines and deodars. Let me check if it is right or wrong. Perfect. It is right. The market was dash away from the village. It was nearly 3 miles away from the village. One moment. How far it was from the place that she traveled? It was 3 miles. Let me share the screen. One moment. So it passed through pines and deodars. Already identified it. The market was dash miles away from the village. It was 3 miles away from the village. Usha went to visit her dash house after shopping in the market. Whose house did she visit? Grandfather, aunt's house, or grandmother's house? யாருடைய வீடு? Yes, it is aunt's house. தன்னுடைய அத்தை வீட்டுக்கு தான் வீட்டு வராங்க. I also mentioned that she would have taken a tea in her aunt's house. Usha took shelter in the ruins, dense caves. Where she took shelter? The ruins. The இடிபாடுகள்ல தானே தஞ்சம் அடைஞ்சா. At dawn, the dash began to sing. What is the bird that has been mentioned in this story? Is it a cuckoo, linnet, or thrush? They would have also told the meaning. இந்த பறவையினுடைய பெயர் என்னன்னு சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க. ஒரு பாடும் பறவை அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க. சிங்கிங் பேர்ட். நம்மளுடைய glossary போர்ஷன்ல கூட இருக்கு. It is thrush. Correct. So we have answered all the 5 questions. Now let us answer question and answers. Okay? 2-mark questions. We'll try to answer them. What and all should be included while we write the answers. Be seen now. Okay? கேள்விகள்லாம் நம்மளுடைய புத்தகத்துல இருக்கு. அதுக்கான பதிலை நம்ம பார்க்கிறோம். What story did grandfather tell them about the hill? என்ன கதை சொன்னாரு தாத்தா? What story did the grandfather tell about the haunted hill? Grandfather told Usha and Suresh about the English people who lived on the hill 100 years ago. 100 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்னாடி அங்க வாழ்ந்த ஆங்கிலேயர் குடும்பத்தை பத்தி சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க. அதுவும் இல்லாம அப்போ அடிச்ச அந்த கடுமையான புயல்னால ஒரு வீடு அந்த இடினால தாக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு. And the people who were residing in that house, they were killed. அந்த வீட்டுல வசிச்ச எல்லாருமே இறந்து போயிட்டாங்க, including the children, a brother and a sister. Grandfather had seen the ghost many times playing in the moonlight. ஸோ இதுதான் கதை. அந்த இடிபாடுகள்ல அப்போ இருந்த காலத்துல ஒரு ஆங்கிலேயர் குடும்பம் வசிச்சாங்க. ஒரு வாட்டி கடும் புயல் பொழுது ஒரு இடி இடிச்சதுனால அந்த வீட்டுல இருந்தவங்க எல்லாருமே இறந்து போயிட்டாங்க, அதுல இருந்த குழந்தைகளுமே உள்பட. சில நேரங்கள் அவர் அந்த வழியா போறத இந்த குழந்தைகள் அந்த நிலா வெளிச்சத்துல விளையாடுற மாதிரி தெரியுவாங்களாம். Grandfather had seen the ghost many times playing in the moonlight. These 2 children, they are playing in this moonlight. That was the vision that this grandfather had. So this is the answer for the question, what story did grandfather tell about the hill? Okay, shall I wait for few seconds for you to make note of it? Okay, sure, I will. The question பார்க்கலாமா? Or you need a minute more to make note of it? Okay, I shall wait for a minute more. Okay, friends, we'll move on to the next question. What did Usha buy in the market this time? என்னெல்லாம் வாங்கினாங்க? While I recap through this mind map, I would have written few of the things that she purchased on the board. So let us recap it along with the picture now. இந்த படத்தை பார்த்து உங்களுக்கு இன்னும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். She purchased soap, spices, hookah stem or the pipe stem for her grandfather, then matchsticks, exercise book for her brother, then marbles. These are the things that she purchased from the market. Do remember this picture so that you can write the answer very easily. Fine. Next question. How did the children react when they met each other at the ruins? ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் சந்திச்ச உடனே அவங்க எப்படி ரியாக்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க? That is, when Usha had thought it was ghost, but it was not ghost. It was her brother Suresh and her friend Binya. When they recognized each other, what did they do? The children fell into each other's arms in surprise and relieved by repeating each other's names. This is what they did when they met each other. ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் சந்திச்சோடனே இப்படிதான் செஞ்சாங்களாம். ஒருத்தர் ஒருத்தர் சந்தோஷத்துல கட்டி பிடிச்சிட்டாங்க. அவங்களுடைய பேரை வந்து மறுபடியும் மறுபடியும் சொன்னாங்க. சுரேஷ், பினியா, உஷா அப்படின்னு சந்தோஷத்துல ஒருத்தர் ஒருத்தருடைய பேரையும் மறுபடியும் மறுபடியும் சொன்னாங்களாம். Why was it a struggle for the children to dry their clothes? ஏன் வந்து போராட்டமா இருந்தது துணி உணர்த்துறது? ஏன்னா இந்த கதை முழுக்கவுமே நம்ம பார்த்தோம்னா புயல், மழை, காத்து இதுதானே. So they found it difficult because of the breeze, and it was found even during the summer season. The wind was blowing heavily and the clothes fluttered like flags and pennants. So the children struggled to dry their clothes. அந்த காரணத்தினால தான் துணி உணர்த்துறதே ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருந்தது. The wind was blowing heavily and the clothes fluttered like flags and pennants. Written? Okay. Last question. What scared Usha during the dark, rainy night? What had scared her? The black clouds, the howling wind, கத்தக்கூடிய அந்த காற்றினுடைய சத்தம், the heavy rain, sudden flash of lightning, the wild cat, the storm, the booming thunder, and the ghost scared Usha during the dark, rainy night. What are all the things that frightened her is mentioned in the picture. கருமேகங்கள், அந்த காற்றினுடைய சத்தம், கடுமையான மழை, இந்த இடி, இந்த கருப்பு கலர்ல கருநிறத்துல இருந்த இந்த காட்டுப்பூனை, இந்த பேய்கள் போன்ற உருவம், இதெல்லாம் தான் அவளை ரொம்ப பயமுடுத்தித்து. These are all the things that scared Usha during the dark, rainy night. ஒரு ஆன்சர் எழுதும் பொழுதே அதாவது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும்னா, if at all we draw in a simplest manner, when there are many things to be remembered, it would be easy for you to recollect the answer. அதை ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு உதவிகரமா இருக்கும். So that's why I would have inserted these pictures. Fine. Okay, we have seen these 5 questions. Again, it's appearing. Not an issue. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to see multiple choice questions from this chapter. I hope the story is understood by everyone. The simplest manner I would have explained with a lot of pictures, and if there are any doubts, please ask me. I'm here to clarify. So few questions would be of synonyms, antonyms, and a question from this story with few options. Okay. Synonyms. Rattled. It means thunder, horn sound, a rapid series of short, sharp sounds. So what do you mean by rattled? Rattled. What does it mean? Written? What do you mean by rattle? Is it a thunder, horn sound, or rapid series of short, sharp sounds? Next question. Venturing. What do you mean by venturing? That is a word that gives a similar meaning. Venturing, involving in a risky activity, adventuring, taking up a new activity. Written? Okay. Third one. Fluttered, flapping in the wind, moving the wings, getting ready to fly. Fourth question, plumage. It means colorful feathers, bird's feathers, feathers on the head of a bird. Just write the question besides it, the right option, A, B, or C. Okay. Plumage, means colorful feathers. It gives the same meaning such as colorful feathers or bird's feathers. Feathers on the head of a bird. Fine. Fifth question. Pace. It means to measure. அளக்கிறதா இல்லாட்டி அடி வைக்கிறதா இல்லாட்டி நடந்து போறதா. Pace. She increased her pace. They would have mentioned in the story. It means to measure, step, or walk. Sixth question. Usha bought herself a necklace of amber colored beads from an old dash lady. யார்கிட்ட வாங்கினாங்க? Tibetan lady, Nepali or a Pakistan lady? From whom did she buy a necklace that was made up of amber colored beads? Question 6, besides it, A, B, C. Seventh one. Suresh was dash brother of Usha, elder, younger, cousin. இந்த கதையில என்னன்னு சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்கு? உஷாவினுடைய அண்ணாவா, தம்பியா, இல்லாட்டி கசினா? Okay, simple question. We'll move on to the next one. Usha wanted to leave the ruined building after seeing Dash, her brother and friend, two ghostly figures, a scary cat. எதை பார்த்தோன்னா அவளுக்கு இந்த எண்ணம் வந்தது? இந்த கட்டடத்தை விட்டு நம்ம போகணும், இந்த இடிபாடு இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த வீட்டுல இருந்து நம்ம போகணுங்கிறது எப்படி தோணுது? After seeing her brother and friend, two ghostly figures, or a scary cat. Okay. Next one. Antonyms. Chop. It means chaining, join, or link. I'm so sorry. Opposite of the word. Antonyms. இது synonyms கிடையாது. Wrongly mentioned. Antonyms. Opposite word choose பண்ணணும். Chop. அதனுடைய எதிர்ப்பத வார்த்தை என்ன? Chaining, join, or link. Last one. Instantly. Opposite of the word instantly. Gradually, pause, or slowly. Instantly. Opposite word is gradually, pause, or slowly. Of sharing an interesting fact to you in the beginning of the session itself, but I couldn't. Let me share it now because we didn't start with a thought or a motivational quote. So what is it? So at times you would have thought where we need to use C or K. If a cake, kite, இதெல்லாமே பார்த்தோம்னா கேங்கிற சவுண்ட் தான் இருக்கு. இந்த கேங்கிற சவுண்ட்ல வந்து நான் சியும் உபயோகிக்கலாம், கேங்கிறதையும் பயன்படுத்தலாம். நான் எப்போ சியை உபயோகிக்கணும், எப்போ கேவை உபயோகிக்கணுங்கிறது சந்தேகம் இருக்கும். அப்போ ஈஸியா ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. சி கோஸ் வித் தி லெட்டர் ஏ, ஓ அண்ட் யூ. கே கோஸ் வித் தி அதர் டூ. அதர் டூனா என்ன? மொத்தம் 5 பபிள்ஸ் இல்லையா? ஏ, இ, ஐ, ஓ, யூ. இந்த 5 பபிள்ஸ்ல சி கோஸ் வித் தி லெட்டர் ஏ, ஓ அண்ட் யூ. சியுனுடன் பின்தொடர்ந்து வரக்கூடிய எழுத்தா இருந்தது அப்படின்னா, அதாவது if it is followed by A, O or U, you need to begin the word with the letter C. If at all the word has the letters, the vowel letters I and E, I would begin the word with K. So in the examples உங்களுக்கு self explanatory. இப்ப cat, caught, cut, Cங்கிறது தான் அதோட எழுத்து. ஏன்? ஏன்னா இந்த வேர்ட்ல பார்த்தோம்னா this word has these vowel letters A, O and U. You can remember this picture as well. ஒரு C வரைஞ்சு அதுக்குள்ள இரண்டு கண்கள். Write it as A, O and U. C is followed by A, O and U. K is followed with the other two vowels I and E. Kid, kettle, kite. Okay? Fine. I hope today's session was interesting. You had recapped the prose, the wind on the haunted hill. Questions from the textbook was answered. Multiple choice questions were asked. Then we learned a new thing, how to remember whether to start a word with C or K as well. Okay? So that is it for the day, friends. Thank you so much. நன்றி. வாழ்க பாரதம், வெல்க தமிழகம்.